All right, well, we know Jags fans had high hopes for a Super Bowl, but instead they got what looked more like a soap opera, if we're being honest.
It's kind of been a sad season, unfortunately. And some may even say it was a clown show.
Yeah.
Well, the Jags are wrapping up the 2021-22 season today, and this is a live look at TIAA Bank Field. When Trevor Lawrence and the team steps out for the game, they can expect to see thousands of people, but many will be wearing their clown costumes to the game.
Yeah, so it comes after social media trend focused on this emoji. Fans added the mustache to represent Jags owner Shad Khan. They have been upset since hearing the news that GM Trent Baalke is expected to stay with the team.
And Baalke has been largely criticized for taking a team that had promise. Some have spoken out about the talent he has brought in to surround Trevor Lawrence. And News4Jax sport anchor Jamal St. Cyr is live outside the bank right now.
And Jamal, looking past the clowns, the Jags can, play any spoilers you have for us for these playoffs.
Hey, look, they could definitely make an impact on the teams that get into the playoffs. Teams like the Steelers and Ravens are both paying very close attention to what happens here in Jacksonville today because they both need the Colts to lose for them to have a chance to punch their ticket to the playoffs. Miles Jack was asked about the whole clown situation earlier this week, and his suggestion was he hopes the team goes out and wins and everybody throws their red clown noses out onto the football field, and it just creates a bit of a moment. We'll have to see if that all can kind of come together. It's yet to be seen how many people do show up dressed as clowns, if the stands here look almost like a circus-type atmosphere, but the expectation is that there will be quite a few as they try to send that message to Shad Khan that they're upset with the way things have been happening here with the team. Even a sponsor for today's game filed a lawsuit in a Jacksonville court saying that they don't want to be the name sponsor of the so-called clown game. We'll have to see if lawsuits like that and those things can change Shad Khan's mind on his course of direction for the way he plans to do things. Trevor Lawrence was asked about the clown situation, and as fans show how they feel about the franchise, he said he understands where the fans are coming from. It's not something he would do himself, but he can understand what's going on. Speaking of Trevor Lawrence out on the football field, today is the last game of his rookie season, and that means it's the last time for him to show what he can really do and give Jaguars fans some real hope for the future. Today, Trevor Lawrence needs to score 16 or more points as the Jaguars offense, or else this will become the lowest scoring offense in Jaguars franchise history. The previous low came back in 2011, and of course, this is the first 17-game NFL season, so they would set that new low with an extra game, which would add a little bit of extra injury or extra pain to that bad record that could be set. We'll have to see if they can get to that 17-point mark to avoid a new franchise low, or else the clowns may really be called in from that point on. This could be an interesting game. The Jaguars did play the Colts pretty close last time. Outside of the first quarter, the Jaguars dug themselves a really deep hole in the first quarter the last time out, played a clean game the rest of the way. If they can play the full game today the way they played the final 3 quarters in Indy, then the Jaguars do have a chance to beat the Colts and pull off an upset that would send ripple effects through the entire playoff situation throughout the NFL. That kickoff is at 1 o'clock here at the bank, and we'll have full coverage later on here on News4Jax and on News4Jax.com. For now, here live at TIAA Bank Field, I'm Jamal St. Cyr for Channel 4, the local station.
And Jamal, real quick before you go, I know that we still have a few hours before kickoff, but have you seen any clowns at the stadium yet?
No, I haven't seen any clowns rolling in just yet. I've been kind of keeping my eyes peeled. I have seen people posting their game day outfits on social media, so there are a lot of people that have taken the clown initiative very seriously. I do expect there will be a lot of costumes in the stands, but they haven't started rolling into the parking lot just yet.